Palestine where there is no normal, where there is no aspect of life that is not a struggle. The idea of your children being so accomplished in music and dance that they're touring the United States may seem a mere fantasy. But for the members of the Edward Said National Conservatory and the Danadeesh Dance Group of Sereyyet, Ramallah, dreams can come true as the troops make its way through a 6-city U.S. summer tour. Joining me live in the studio are some of the people responsible for that. I'm going to have each one of you say your names and introduce yourself, starting over here.
Basem Hishmeh from the Mona and Basem Hishmeh Foundation and a representative of the American Ramallah Federation of Palestine.
Ranya.
Ranya Baramki from a volunteer in Edward Said National Conservatory of Music.
Michel Qreitem, member of the board of the first Ramallah group, Sereyyet Ramallah الأولى.
Absolutely fabulous. Well, first, tell us about the Palestine Strings and the Danadeesh Dance Group. What a little bit about who you've brought over. Go ahead, Ranya.
The Palestine String Groups is a new concept in the conservatory. They're children about 13 years old until 17 years old, and they all play on violin and the viola, and they've been introducing a new concept of playing music and using their bodies to express their emotions and try to involve the audience along with the music.
And of course the Danadeesh Dance Group now, is it doing just traditional or is it doing modern dance pieces as well?
Danadeesh is a part of our school dance that run by the first Ramallah group, Sereyyet Ramallah, which is sponsored by the Muna and Basem Hishmeh Foundation. The school is governing the ages between 6 years up to 14 years old, starting with folkloric dance, Palestinian folkloric dance steps there. And Danadeesh is part of the production or the results of the school.
Excellent. So how many kids do you all have total with you?
We are having 16 kids.
That's a lot of kids.
At Danadeesh, yes.
That's a lot of kids. What musical programs are you going to be featuring in these concerts?
The music is like touring the world. Mm-hmm. It's going to go from the Middle East, across Europe, across Asia, America, and South America. So it's touring the world.
Fascinating. Well, and especially, may I ask, with all the geographical logistics in the region, how are you able to get even that many children together just to practice?
We are having at the first Ramallah group, Sereyyet Ramallah, our own facilities and premises, and then they are members of that Sereyyet Ramallah الأولى, and also we are having children from the community that even they are not members, but they are coming through schedule to practice in our facilities, and they are coming through some obstacles, but we can do that.
Well, of course, the obstacles are one of the things we are always curious about. It must be very difficult, and yet you've overcome all those.
Yeah, I think if you would allow Ranya to speak, because they, as the Edward Said National Conservatory, they have locations throughout Palestine. I think they experience more difficulties than the rest of us.
Yeah. We have a bunch of branches and some outreach programs in the different areas of Palestine, and some of the obstacles that we face are the military checkpoints and the refusal of people going back and forth, and also the issue of teachers. Music is not a new concept in Palestine, but part of the mission of the conservatory is to revive this cultural issue and the music, and so we lack teachers back home, and so we have visiting teachers.
Why do you lack teachers back home?
Because part of the whole situation of the occupation, it's not easy to have a school for music, which will allow teachers to be developed, and so the conservatory this is one of their mission is to develop this music, to become like a educational system, to have teachers, to have a BA program.
Ranya, how many generations of your heritage would you say has been left out? How many generations of people weren't able to learn these folkloric dances and things?
I mean, to learn it in a systematic way, I would say maybe 3 generations.
3 generations. Wow. Well, who is putting this on here in the United States? Who is bringing this to the United States, and why now?
Well, the Mona and Basem Hishmeh Foundation are the main sponsor of the tour. Both by what?
It's going to 6 different cities.
We're going to 6 different cities, and we have been funding both schools in Palestine for the last 5 years. And this is like a culmination of an effort that's been over a period of time, and it's a way to show the world that, one, our children are capable of learning all kinds of music, all kinds of dancing, because they do learn modern dancing, ballet, as well as our folklore dancing. And showcasing it here in the United States is a way of exchanging ideas and thoughts and cultures without politicizing the situation and going beyond that effort.
Excellent. And well, I have to ask, what are the kids enjoying the most here in the United States?
Well, so far they've been here 3 days right now, and they're unwinding from the trip, but they've enjoyed shopping, they've enjoyed swimming, they've enjoyed playing the music.
No checkpoints, no restrictions.
And they are looking very much for the day of performance on Friday.
Well, tell us about the performances that are coming up, please.
Well, we have a performance here in Houston on Friday at the University of Houston Cullen Performance Hall, and it'll begin at 7 o'clock in the evening. The program is about a total elapsed time of about 2 hours, and it's a treat. It really, for anybody that has not experienced this, it will be a treat to see, one, the children perform, 2, the diversity of type of programs. As we heard, the music is a tour of the world, whereas the dancing is the folklore of Palestine. So it will be an educational, fun environment.
Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. That's all we have time for, but I thank you all so much for coming. The Palestine Strings of the Edward Said Conservatory of Music and the Danadeesh Dance Group of Sereyyet, Ramallah will be performing in Houston this Friday, June the 17th, at the Cullen Performance Hall. That's the University of Houston main campus. For more information, contact 713-910-9900. Thank you so much all for joining us.
Thank you, Marlo.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here at KPFT Local News. We appreciate you.